Good afternoon, children. Today we will start levers. Okay. Before that we have done machine. About machine we have done efficiency and all. Now today we will do levers. Lever is another type of machine. This is nothing a straight rod. It may be bent also. Okay. And it is rotate about a point or axis. That is known as fulcrum. This is fixed axis. It will rotate about the axis. Now, principle of lever and mechanical advantage of a lever. Okay, there are three types of lever will do. That is class 1 lever, class 2 lever and class 3 lever. Okay. Again here we are having what? The load, effort, and fulcrum is the fixed point I told you, about which the lever will rotate either anti-clockwise or clockwise. Yes, due to effort, if it is rotating clockwise, so due to load it will rotate about the fixed point or fulcrum in anti-clockwise direction. If first it is clockwise for load, so then anti-clockwise for the effort. Now, this is a straight rod, say A, B. And there is a fixed point or fixed axis through which point it is passing, through which it will rotate. This is known as fulcrum. Load will be one side, another side effort. Yes, another side will be effort. So in between what happened? Effort and load, fulcrum is there. So therefore this is class 1 lever. Class 1 lever. If we are marking in this way, 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Now position of load in 1, and then it is fulcrum, then effort. Just see, if you will apply what effort, so then it will rotate in what clockwise direction. In your book it is effort is given in this here and load is here, no problem. Now due to load it will rotate in this way. So this is anti-clockwise, is it? Now, second order lever, again this is A. Now fulcrum is coming over here and load is here and effort is here. Okay. So load is here. Now effort, because load is producing what? Clockwise moment. So therefore effort will produce what? The opposite moment. That is anti-clockwise moment, this way. So this is fulcrum. Load is at A, this one is at B. Okay. So this is class 2 lever. Class 2 lever or lever of second order. Next is here again fulcrum. Now load is going there. Effort is here. This is fulcrum. F. Okay. Now AB. Now what happened? If this is A, so effort we are applying upward direction then, because load is producing clockwise moment. So therefore effort will produce what? Effort will produce anti-clockwise direction. Just see, effort is producing anti-clockwise in this way. Now again we are marking what? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So here load is in second position, the second order. Load is in the third position. Just here you see the load is replacing fulcrum, and fulcrum is going to the place of load from here to here. Here what happened? Load is replacing what? The position of effort. Effort is coming here. So therefore in this way you can find the order of lever. Or other way, when fulcrum is in between load and effort, load is in between what? Effort and fulcrum, and effort is in between load and fulcrum. Yes. Now, so in these three cases, there are three different types of lever. Okay, the distance from one thing, it may not be the middle position of load and effort. It may be anywhere in between load and effort. Here also load will be in between anywhere fulcrum and what? Effort. Here also effort will be in between anywhere load and fulcrum. It may be here, maybe here, maybe here. It is not must, that is, it will be the middle. So keep in mind. Now, as I told, the principle of lever is the clockwise. Here you see in figure 1, that is class 1 lever. Okay. The clockwise moment due to load must be equal to anti-clockwise moment, anti-clockwise moment due to load is equal to clockwise moment due to effort in equilibrium position. Yes. So what is anti-clockwise moment due to load is equal to clockwise moment due to effort. In your book, here what? Just opposite, because here effort is taken, here load is taken, no problem. Here again you see the clockwise moment due to load must be equal to what? Anti-clockwise moment due to effort. In class 3 lever, this is class 3. Class 3. In class 3 lever, anti-clockwise moment due to effort is equal to clockwise moment due to load. Okay. So therefore, now distance between fulcrum and load is known as load arm. Distance between effort and fulcrum is known as effort arm. Effort arm. This is the perpendicular distances. Here again from FB is what? Effort arm. FA is load arm. Here FA is effort arm and FB is load arm. Okay, FB is load arm. So therefore, what I told, that is anti-clockwise in this case. Okay, so load into load arm. Load arm is equal to effort into effort arm. Effort arm is the principle of or law of lever. This is actually what? For this case, first case, I am saying class 1 lever. Load into load arm is moment due to load. So here in this, it is anti-clockwise moment due to load or of load. Here it is effort into effort arm. Here moment due to effort. That is, what is? Clockwise moment due to effort. In other cases will be similarly, well, right? Now load is equal to, say, L. Load arm, say it is low. Here we are writing load arm is equal to FA. That is equal to, effort is equal to E into FB. So therefore load by effort is equal to FB by FA. That is effort arm by load arm. Now in this figure what happened? The load arm will be FA, yes, and effort arm will be what? FB. Here it is effort arm equal to, okay, I am writing here B, so then it will be, for all cases it will be same. FB will be what? Effort arm. FA will be load arm. Now, in this case, what happened? All three cases may arise. Load arm equal to effort arm. Load arm is greater than effort arm. Load arm may be what? Less than effort arm. It may happen due to the position of F. Here what happened? Always what happened? Effort arm is greater than load arm. In class 3 lever, load arm is always greater than what? Effort arm. Now, load by effort, we know what? Mechanical advantage. So mechanical advantage is equal to load by effort, that is equal to effort arm by load arm. So for lever also we can write mechanical advantage of a lever is the ratio of effort arm to the load arm. Now, for class 1 lever, when load arm is greater than effort arm. It may happen load arm equal to effort arm, number 1. Number 2, load arm is greater than effort arm. Number 3, load arm is less than effort arm. Then what happened? Mechanical advantage is equal to 1. Here what happened? Load arm is greater than effort arm. So then mechanical advantage is less than 1. This is greater, this is less. Now, here what happened? Effort arm is less than, load arm is less than effort arm. So then mechanical advantage is greater than 1. So for class 1 lever, always what happened? Mechanical advantage will be equal to 1 or less than 1 or greater than 1, any one. Is it? Now for class 2 lever, for class 2 liver. For class 2 livers. What happened here for class 2 liver? Effort arm is always greater than what? The load arm. So effort arm is always greater than load arm. So therefore mechanical advantage is always greater than 1. Mechanical advantage is always greater than 1. Mechanical advantage is always greater than 1. Is it? So such type of lever is actually what happened. These are force multiplier. By applying little force, okay, it is force multiplier. हाँ सर क्लास निश्चित हो. Okay, so this is force multiplier. It means by applying little effort